man draws a pistol and fires.
Alright, so this is a movie Shooter.
Dart sticks
I just have the audio description on right
the
now
wolf sinks
by
onto its
description
haunches as the
max.
man slips his pistol into a shoulder holster.
Just watch for a second.
Easy.
The wolf shuts its eyes and he unstraps his rifle.
I'm not here to hurt you.
He sets it aside, crouches down by the wolf, and opens the hunting trap. He releases the wolf's injured leg and studies a deep gash encircling its ankle.
Yeah, there you go.
Opening a kit, he takes out a syringe.
Just a little something in case you get an infection.
He injects the wolf's shoulder.
Good to go in a day.
He starts to pack up, then his eyes snap to a nearby ridge. Two guys wearing camo and blaze orange head over. One carries a rifle and the other swigs from a beer bottle, then tosses it into the woods.
Now that wolf is ours. She might have a different opinion. What did you do to it? Tranquilizer. So I can get that trap off. What you got there?
He snatches the rifle.
What the hell are you doing?
He eyes them as he handles the rifle.
Let me guess. Dentist?
Orthodontist. What does that have to do with anything?
223 Remington.
He nods, then pops a bullet from the chamber and catches it.
55 grain. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? The kid at Walmart who sold you this crap should have told you. This bullet isn't powerful enough to take down anything bigger than a squirrel.
And right there.
How about this one?
He nods, then pops a bullet from the chamber and catches it.
55 grain. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? The kid at Walmart who sold you this crap should have told you. This bullet isn't powerful enough to take down anything.
Show controls. Button.
Squirrel. How about this one?
Oh, wait, hold on.
You think it has enough stopping power for you?
He holds up a handgun. The man returns the hunter's rifle.
Washington State doesn't allow trap hunting of wolves. Even if it was legal, it's a bullshit way to kill an animal like that. If you're gonna hunt, at least give the animal a chance.
We ain't giving out chances today, asshole.
As he aims the gun, the bearded man grabs it and twists his arm. The other hunter swings his rifle like a club, but the man kicks him. The hunter draws a knife, and the man shoots him with a tranq dart.
See how you like being hunted when you can't move.
That's not comfortable, Mom.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so... wait, restart that. Okay, so... that clip you just saw of the movie, or show, that's... it's a show called Shooter. It's actually a really good series. It's following it's following a guy named Bob Lee Swagger. He's a gunnery sergeant from the Marines. He used to be a sniper, and he's getting wrongfully accused of assassinating a president. Anyway, it's on Netflix. I don't want to give too much of the series away, but it's a really good series. Anyway, so the first time I saw that series, that intro that I just showed you, where he says that the 55 grain 223 Remington could not kill anything bigger than a squirrel. Well, today I'm going to talk a little bit about bullets, cartridges, and what they can do. So, let's start with the little tiny one that everybody knows and loves. 22 long rifle. If I'm not mistaken, that's like a 42 grain bullet, just a lead hollow point. 32 grain lead bullet, hollow point. That did not just happen.
Okay, why is it so hard for you to find things that fall and drop?
Because I'm blind.
Why? How do we know you're blind? Because it doesn't look like your eyes are blind.
You want me to take them out?
Show me.
Viewers' discretion is advised. Just skip ahead about 15 seconds if you don't want to see a hollow eye socket. Alright.
Okay, Jade is 100% blind from a firearms accident, which is why his right eyebrow is a bit higher. And he has anyway, you can go back through his story. But for all of you out there telling Jade to get eye protection and all of that,
Bulletproof acrylic.
this is for you. Just so you know, Jade is blind. He sees nothing but black. So.
Yeah, more or less. No color, no light, anything, nothing. Okay, so, let's get back to the video. So, 32 grain lead bullet, hollow point, just a little 22 long rifle. Now, this is a 5.56, just to show you guys. A 5.56 is virtually a 223. It's just the NATO version. They're virtually the same. He was trying to say that this can't kill anything bigger than a squirrel. Up at my dad's house, we kill cows with a little 22. You just have to hit them in the right spot, either right behind the ear, or you make an X from their ear to their eye, like that, and then just go about an inch or two higher, and then you'll hit them right in the brain. There's a soft spot. That can kill a cow.
So you were so perplexed because the series was talking about a 5.56, or was it the
A
223?
and the 223 was originally designed in 1963, I believe, for Vietnam, for a lighter gun to kill people. So if it can't kill anything bigger than a squirrel, then we're obviously weaker than a squirrel. A little bit. Okay, so that's the 32 grain hollow point 22. You can kill literally anything. You just have to hit it in the right spot. Like, I'm sure you all know some old timer who's saying, "Oh yeah, all you gotta do is be accurate enough to hit a quarter at 50 yards, and then you can kill anything. Just hit a deer or an elk in the eye, and then boom, you got meat." We all know an old timer like that. Anyway, so you can kill turkey. You can kill anything with it. I mean, and the guy in the show, he plays a sniper in the Marines and a 223, basically a 5.56. 5.56 is basically a 223. That's basically their weapon of choice to shoot people. So he should know better than anybody. And a 55 grain bullet is the standard. He should know that it can kill something bigger than a squirrel.
So Netflix, get your details straight.
I'm not sure if Netflix are the people who made it originally, but still, it's on Netflix. It's actually a really good series. It'll pick you up. There's a lot of action in it. Alright, so there's that. And here's the 5.56. 55 grain hollow point. Basically the same thing that those guys were using. So, that's your 55 grain bullet. And let's see, it was made in 1963, I believe. Yeah, 1963. Well, yeah, 1963. I'm not exactly sure when the 223 was born. But anyway, so yeah, that's just the NATO version of the 5.56. You'll see, like almost all standard AR-15s are firing a 5.56, and just to give you a little bit of insight.
I heard some more metal clanking in your pocket. What else did you bring for us today?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Just a little bit of insight on that. People shoot with an AR-15, so a semi-automatic, gas-operated rifle, which takes more power than a bolt action to fire. They shoot it 1,000 yards accurately, so it's like, I guess we're super weak compared to squirrels. So, here's a bit of an oddball. I just find this one very interesting, and I wanted to show you guys it. This is a 7.65 by 53 Argentine, aka 7.65 by 53 Mauser. It was made in 1889, right? 1889, yeah. By whatever Mauser, I forget his first name. But for the German Empire, it was a what's the word? I forget exactly what the word is. But anyway, it was used for military purposes. So it was also as well devised for snipers. Not snipers, but snipers. And
No, crazy.
Sorry about the background noise.
yeah. Anyway, it was used to
Coda,
shoot
we're
people.
trying to shoot a video in here, dude. Well,
Yeah, I just punched myself in the face. Anyway, so yeah, that was my first hunting rifle. I've never shot anything with it. And then I was gonna have a 6.5 Creedmoor, but I brought that gun back up to my dad's house, and all my ammo for it is in the box or in the case with it. So I don't have any 6.5 ammo with me right now. So here's the big daddy of them all. Or not all calibers, but of all the ones today. 300 Win Mag, AK 7.65 or 7.62 by 67. It was also made in 1963. It was made for long range, large game hunting. You can kill literally anything in the world with it, except for maybe whales. But, you know.
Shot placement.
Yeah. Plus shot placement. Like I said, 22. That thing. Look at the size difference. I'm not sure if you can tell, but there is a little bit of a size difference. You know, it's like...
A little bit.
Yeah, just a tiny one. But you can kill basically anything that... You can kill basically anything that this can kill with that. Okay? All you gotta do is hit it in the right spot. Because, like I said, we all know that old timer who's saying, just shoot him right in the eye, shine a light in the deer's eye, and then pew, dead. You know? We all know the guy who's always like that. Say, like, what they can be rated for. Okay? So, like I said... Like I said, the 22 long rifle, that's what this is, a 22 long rifle. There's also a 22 short, 22 WMR, which is the Magnum. They're all rimfire, so instead of having a center fire, where there's the primer in the center and the firing pin has to hit it directly in the center, the firing pin hits on the rimfire, and that's what ignites the powder. So with that, you can kill anything from a squirrel. Well, yeah, you can kill anything from a squirrel all the way up to a cow.
What about a goldfish?
I don't know, man. That's pushing its limits. Yeah, you can kill a goldfish. In fact, you can kill a goldfish just with a pellet gun and no pellet. Just cock it and then stick the barrel next to it, and then the shockwave will kill it.
You better fillet it and eat it.
No, me and Dakota did that to minnows and used them for trout bait. Not cruel. Anyway, so, yeah, like, the squirrels, we've shot a lot of squirrels with 22s. We've shot a lot of turkey with 22s, grouse. That's really the main stuff that we've shot. My dad worked at a butcher shop for a long time, and bulls, big, 2,500 plus pound bulls, dropped with one shot. You just stick it right behind the ear and angle it to where you think you're just going to pop right out the top of their head and then lights out, nothing. Or you can make an extra ear to eye, and then go about 1.5 inches, 2 inches higher than that, and there's a soft spot right into the brain. So, if that thing can kill a cow, I think that thing can kill a squirrel. Okay, so I just actually got corrected by my older brother. You know, the fact checker, I suppose you could say. 2,500, nah. 1,900 pounder though. Okay, 1,900 pound bull. It's not 2,500 pounds, but it's still a big animal. All right, let's talk about some effective ranges real quick. So this 22, okay, basically the same bullet, just not the same bullet. You know, it's a Federal. Not a CCI, because CCI is a brand, but it's a Federal. It goes about 1,140 feet per second, maybe 1,200. Out of a rifle, my brother sniped a couple turkey out of a tree about 250 yards away. So again, I think this one, not that one, I think this one can take down a squirrel. This one took down a turkey.
Yeah,
like
so
20-pound turkey.
So they're Netflix shooter series.
I'm never gonna let them hear the end of it. 250 yards, a turkey, like a 20-pound turkey, out of a tree. One shot, dead. Alright, 5.56, 55 grain pill, okay? 55 grain FMJ. Well, if you're Netflix, it's not good for anything. You can't even kill a squirrel, so... Let's just move on. No, you can kill a squirrel with it, okay? I'm not sure if you picked that up throughout the video, but you can. Okay, so, you can kill a deer broadside, easy, out to about 200 yards, I'd say. Just to be on the safe side. Comfortable for me, it'd be more towards 150 yards. And again, like this one, Mr. 300 Win Mag, you can kill a deer out to like 1,500 yards. Doesn't mean that to say just because it can, or just It's kind of like what your mom always tells you. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like, just because you can jump off a bridge doesn't mean you should. You know? So, comfortable ranges. They could vary. You can. I'm sure you could take down an elk. That's not my comfortable. I'm not comfortable with that though. Great for varmints, coyotes, deer. Yes. Like I said, deer. I'd say 150, 200 yards. So I definitely think that it can kill a wolf. And yes, it can kill a wolf. For any trapper, you can, carry that with you for a wolf.
Oh, and we in no way were showing that clip to either side with those who like predator control or those against it. So
Yeah.
everybody, it's just a show.
Yeah.
If you kill wolves, great, smoke a pack a day. If you don't, great, hug them.
Okay. This is serious. So, 7.65 by 53 Argentine or Mauser. It's 7.65 millimeters across, so it's basically a 30 caliber. If anything, it's like a 30.1. Well, if anything, .301. Because, calibers, like for instance, a 22 caliber, it's just 0.22 inches across. 30 caliber, it's 0.3 inches across. So, that's why, like, if someone's shooting a 50 cal, you'll hear them say you got a half-inch bore. So just to clear that up for all y'all, the caliber is however many inches across, and millimeters are like 7.62 millimeters across. So we got the 7.65 by 53 Argentine / Mauser. I'd say for deer, effective range, comfortable range for me would be about 650 yards. Now, yes, it has a lot of power. But, like, for instance, a 6.5 Creedmoor doesn't have as much power, but it sustains the power better. It's more ballistically... I don't know. It just does better at long range. It has better ballistic coefficients. There we go. So, the 7.65 by 53 Argentine, Tina, since it still has a lot of power, it's kind of like a 45-70. It's got a butt ton of power, but then it just drops off a cliff after about 200 yards, or a 12 gauge slug, after about 50 or 60 yards. It's like, All right, so I'd say effective range for deer 700 yards max, elk 500, moose 300, and I'm talking broadside right behind the shoulder. So, and that's a 150 grain soft point, Craft & Sons. Big daddy of them all. This is a 180 grain, 300 Win Mag. It's the Federal Swift. It's got the ballistic tip, nickel coated brass shell casing. And it's a boat tail. So instead of, like, for instance, the 7.65 by 53, it's just a flat base. This one, they're cut at 45-degree angles to, try to keep the, wind from swirling and messing up the bullet, because it does swirl. Like, if you've ever been next to a semi when it goes past you on the highway, that rush of air, the 45-degree angles theoretically cut that down. So, made 1963. It's a belted round. 300 Winchester Magnum. That's what that stands for those of you who do not know. Ballistic tip for better ballistic coefficients and also quicker expansion. And let's see here. Let's see. Like I said, effective range for deer out to, I'd say, a good 15 to 1,800 yards. Chris Kyle, the guy who wrote the book American Sniper and the movie that Bradley Cooper starred in, American Sniper, he actually used a 300 Win Mag in his Remington 700, and he said effective range for men, he would feel comfortable shooting out to 2,000, even 2,200 yards. No, not 22, but 2,100 yards. 2,000 yards.
2,100 yards? You're talking...
You didn't hear that.
Nope.
Okay.
Correction.
You didn't hear that. Okay, so, yeah, not 200 or 2,100. I don't even know what I said now. But so yeah, 2,000 yards. What he made that 2,400 yard shot with was the 338 Lapua Magnum. So effective range for deer, 15 to 1,800 yards. I'd say comfortable range for me. I haven't shot anything farther than 300 yards max. So if we're talking right here, right now, I'd say no more than 600 yards. But once I get more comfortable at long range, I'd say about 1,500 yards. Elk effective, 2,000. Comfortable or no, I'd say more towards 13. Comfortable range, I'd say more towards 1,100, maybe 1,200 max, 1,150. Effective range on moose, and again broadsiding them. I would say effective range 11 to 12. But comfortable range, now again, there's a difference. Effective range is like bench shooting. There's just nothing that could go wrong. Perfect conditions, but you're not really going to see that in hunting. So comfortable range, I'd say 900 max. So we're going to wrap that up. Oh, and one more thing. 22, that's like what everybody starts off with is a 22. So we're just going to wrap it up. I was going to say quick little thing. It's kind of long, but just a little bio about some guns and how what Mythbusters have proven time and time again. Hollywood is never right. Well, they are sometimes, but not really.
Not even Netflix.
Yeah, not even Netflix. We can't trust anybody these days. So, my name is Jade. This is a Moment of Impact 6/22. Hit like, subscribe, click that bell for notifications. Otherwise, YouTube won't notify you at all. If you click the like button, YouTube, the more people who like it, YouTube will get it into the algorithms, and then more and more people will see them. And also, leave comments. Tell us what you want us to do next, if YouTube even gives us a comment section on this one. But anyway, so, like, share, subscribe, click the comment, or click the bell for notifications, and I'll see you on the next one.